Tonight, new drone video shows the moment just before Israel says the leader of Hamas, the architect of the October 7th terror attack, was killed. In the footage released by the Israeli military, the IDF says Yahya Sinwar can be seen with his hand blown off, his face covered, throwing a stick in defiance. NBC News has not confirmed the video shows Sinwar. Today, the images of Sinwar's body lying in rubble, surrounded by Israeli troops, sent shockwaves through the region.
Today, the mastermind of this day of sheer evil is no more.
According to an Israeli official, overnight there was a fierce battle in southern Gaza. Israeli troops initially had no idea Sinwar was at the location. His body discovered today and later identified using DNA tests and dental records. President Biden called Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu from Air Force One.
I told him that we were really pleased with his action, and further that now's the time to move on.
Yahya Sinwar spent 23 years inside an Israeli prison for killing fellow Palestinians suspected of collaborating with Israel. He was released in 2011. One of more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners Netanyahu exchanged for Gilad Shalit, an Israeli soldier kidnapped and held in Gaza for 5 years. It was an exchange that would later inform Sinwar's decision to take 250 Israeli hostages to Gaza on October 7th. Many of them have since died. 101 remain, including 84-year-old Oded Lifshitz, kidnapped from a kibbutz near Oz. His daughter-in-law says she's terrified Sinwar's death could spell even more misery for the hostages.
I believe there is no way to get the hostages back now. I hope that my intuition is a mistake.
Erin, I understand things are moving in real time, of course, but is there some inclination as to who will now lead Hamas and if anything really changes?
Lester, it's unclear. Experts say Sinwar's brother is likely next in line and caution he's just as hardline and brutal a leader as Sinwar. Lester?
Erin McLaughlin, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.